Okay, we're going to finalize our week for Friday, September 5th. We're going to go in T sheets to our Friday uh, time tracking, and then I'm going to go to Verizon on Friday 9/5. So I have to make sure that I opened up that day. I see three vans moving. So that tells me I'm going to have to see three vans here as well. Let's start again with Diego. Let's see. He drove the 2014. I'm going to open the replay for the 2014 van. All right, he got here 5:33 a.m. Let's make sure that he did. So he is here, and usually you'll see Diego clocking in here because this is where he parks his vehicle. You'll start seeing patterns of people as the more you do this. Okay, so he started driving at 5:33. Granted, the van really started moving at 5:52, so he was doing something in here. Again, between 10 minutes is where I don't question anything above that. I would question. This is about 20 minutes. I don't foresee Diego. None of the guys really are here milking the clock or anything like that. However, if you see this pattern, we have to question what were you doing, especially if you see that the day before he wasn't loading the van. Why was he here for so long? Be Technically, if day before he's unloading the van and he's gonna go to the same job location, there should be no time here on the next day unloading anything because everything should have been uploaded the night before if he was here unloading. This is a question for Diego. Why were you here so long this day? That's a question I would ask. Okay. If there is no real answer, I'm just going to put him at the 5:52 time. Okay, I have to ask him that question. All right, so let's see. He said he got to location 7 a.m., which is 100% correct. Then he was there. System clocked him out at 8:59 for break. Not necessarily that was his break, but the system does it. And then he was there from 9:29 to 12:25. If you see again, 12:25 doesn't match to my 12:09. So if I take a look here, he forgot to clock out when he left the location. So we have to do it for him. Again, I have to reiterate to these guys, they have to do it correctly. So I changed 12:25 to 12:09. That's when he left his location. And that's when he started driving back. So I am going to look for him 12:25. I am going to give him back the time. So 12:25, 12:09 p.m. I'm going to see what time he got here to location. So that was 1:24. That is correct. It's off by a minute. It's acceptable. Then he was here an hour and 46 minutes. I remember he went. Okay, so this day I do remember, but if obviously you're not here, you have to take a look and question the technician. What were you doing? What happened was that when he came back, he hadn't really taken his lunch, so he took his lunch here. That's why you see this move. He went here to pick up his lunch, and then he came back, ate, and then he waited for Demetrius to speak to him about the project and give him everything that happened during the week at that project that he was finished. Okay, so that's acceptable. Obviously, you're not gonna know what happened because you're not here, but you can ask the technician, why did you stay in the office without throwing in a note? When the technicians come back and they stay in the office for over like 30 minutes, they should throw me a note here stating I stayed in the office speaking to Demetrius about the job, the week, that kind of stuff. Okay, then he left that time, and that's okay. Now let's see who's next. We have Oscar. So we're gonna go to the 2018 Sprinter, which is this one. We're gonna go replay, and Oscar went to the courthouse. So Oscar said that he left at 6 o'clock. The van started driving at 6 o'clock. He got here at 5:47. That gives him 13 minutes to get the keys. Again, they all clock in from the car. Soon as they park their car, they clock in, they walk in, get the keys, maybe go to the bathroom, something like that. That's okay. That's acceptable. At 7:13, he got to location. That's perfect. That's again, he's very, very good at doing this. He got to location 10:44. The system clocked him out for lunch, and at 11:14 clocks back in, and then to 3:40. Now this day, not so good, Oscar. He forgot to clock out. He started driving at 3:09. Let's take a look, and you'll see here that he remembered. Oh my God, I forgot to clock. I forgot to switch jobs all the way down here. So we're gonna do it for him. So that is Oscar at 3:40. No, that was 3:09. 3:09 p.m. We change it. We save it. And then we give him the time back driving. Where is Oscar driving? The 2018. We go here to edit, and then we give him 3:09 p.m. to 5:10. He did get here to 5:10. If you take a look, 5:10, it's great. Then he said that he stayed here 36 minutes. He should have given me a note as well, but he didn't. I'm going to be more strict and ask the guys to provide a reason why they're staying behind. But usually unloading, speaking to us or speaking to the meters about the job. So you give them about, 10, 15 minutes. And that's when they come in during the time that we are in the office, which usually the meters in the office between up to probably 6:30, 7:30 max. If anybody comes out like 9 p.m., it's really like get in, get out. All right, so that's Oscar. He did that. Let me see who else. So we have Diego, and then now we're gonna do Leo. So Leo, I don't recall where Leo was supposed to be this day, but he drove the mattress. So I am going to click replay for the mattress, and I believe this day was something special about Leo. So where was Leo? I'm gonna go take a look. Leo was on September 5th. He went to Stout. Okay. But he took the van. Usually at that location they don't take the van, but he must have taken the van for reason of taking material. Okay? He drove the van at 6:16. That's fine. If you see it's at 6:18. So basically he clocked in to upload whatever material into the van. Then at the next, he changed jobs to driving, and he did good. Then he got to location at 7:51, which it's okay here. So he got to location here. He stopped the agent at 7:55. That is acceptable. So Leo's here 7:51. Then he changed to Stout at 7:51. He was there until 11:04, and this was changed because it's not blue. And then the system must have kicked him out. Okay, lunch break, 11:04 to 11:34. Then Stout, he was here to 4:15. If you see, he started driving at 4:15. So that's acceptable. And then we look at here. The van was parked there. Fine. Then Leo started driving 4:15 to 5:21. So this was a special case because Leo should have come to the office right away. So what happened to Leo was that he forgot his keys at home. He texted me, and I'll show you the message actually, that he forgot his keys at home. And I have to enter this in a moment.